Daddy, he raised me to have a strong back, to always look forward, never look
We are
back.
live. We are live at the
Win
Kelly
a
Show.
good race,
Special
don't
guest, John
have
Cessac.
to be fat.
You guys, you locals, y'all know who I'm talking about, and John is here to share his heart, and I really appreciate that.
Thank you for having me, Kelly.
Really appreciate you doing that.
Oh man, glad to be here.
Well, you're a star, man, and we only get the best on the Kelly Brewer Show. So I'm going to read a little bit about John, just to kind of give you a real basic, so you can understand when he talks, where he's coming from. So John's been playing music since he was about 13, and we share that, and you have continued until today. A big shift in John's life came about 15, 17 years ago when he devoted his life to full-time musician. Kind of jealous. I really am. I'm a little bit jealous. And I like this last line because it's a good place to be. Right. A good place to be. That's just a good positive way to live, that you're happy with the decision, comfortable.
It's working out for me. That's all I can say. So.
Well, that's good. So, what would you, so 15, 17 years ago, where were you at? You were doing something else.
Yeah, I had, I'd started out, I got out of school, I went to Arizona, went out to a trade school, got a degree in diesel. And I started out as a diesel mechanic and did that for many years and ended up getting in sales and being a corporate dude with suit and tie and all that kind of, yeah, believe it or not, yeah. So anyway, I did that for a pretty good while, and then we, about, I guess, 2000, I don't know, about 18, 20 years ago, I guess my wife and I split up, and so.
Who were you married to? I remember.
A girl by the name of Chris Cessac.
Chris? Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet I know her.
Maybe.
She from Vider?
She's from Orange. We ended up getting divorced, and so I kind of had to start over.
Start over. There it is.
And music, I don't know, it was kind of a healing thing at first, and then I guess it just kept on going with it. I mean, I've been playing music all my life. Even when I had another job, I was still playing down it.
Dude, you were in the infamous Guitar Riders of Vider.
Yeah.
I've heard that. I remember when I heard that a long time ago, I said, who could that be? Because I was a long-haired rock and roll freak, But that name still survives.
It does.
It's testament to y'all's badassery.
Well, the thing about it is like, 4 of the 5 people that are in that band are all in the Hall of Fame now.
There it is. See? Okay. So it's like
all them guys is
that's cool.
Still played, and
Burnham.
David's playing every Friday, every week. He's blowing and going,
No
man.
doubt.
He's got a great band, and
Need to get David on here one day.
he would be a good one.
Yeah.
And I can reach out to him.
Yeah. Tell him come by. I jammed with him one time that I remember. We might have been more, but the first time anyway, we jammed right down the road here at my dad's house, and we were out on a concrete patio, and our stuff didn't ground or it wasn't grounded. And that day he came out, everything was electrified, so you couldn't sing on the mic.
Couldn't touch the mic.
Right, and so he had a bad experience jamming with us the first time. So maybe I can make it up to him.
I'm sure you can. Yeah.
So you got divorced. That sucks.
Yeah.
And now you had to reinvent.
Yep. Kind of like that.
So did you drop that you were still suit and tie at this point, or?
At that time I was, yeah.
Then
Yeah.
what happened? Well, so I mean, you've done a 180.
Yeah, I did. I just I disappeared for a while out on the river.
Out on the river. Yep.
Yeah, went and held up in that cabin out there a while, and
So how did you do it? What did you do? How did you pick yourself up and keep going?
man, I spent a lot of time just in solitude, I guess, more than anything. Trying to get back in touch with myself and good Lord. and looking for that inner peace that everybody looks for. And that was my number one goal.
How long did it take?
Took a while.
Years. Still working on it.
Well, it took me a few months to get there. Probably a year and a half, I guess.
Yeah.
And
You came out a different person.
yeah, after that, I wasn't long after that. Well, I started playing music like every week. Got a booking agent, and I was playing a lot. And then ended up.
You said it was healing.
Yeah.
And how? How healing?
I don't know. There's something. I don't know. There's something about music that's healing. I don't know. You're not just the person that's playing it. The people that hear it as well. I think somebody said. I think it was Tom Petty said. Music's really the only real magic there is. Because.
No, I've never heard that. Yeah.
But there's some truth to that, I think. But anyway, I started playing, and then ended up going up to Nashville and spending about 4 years up there playing music, and just, I've
You
had
dove straight in. You dove all the way in.
yeah, both boots.
There you go. Both boots.
Yeah.
There's a song right there.
Yeah,
Right? If it ain't already.
right.
That's a great chorus. You can almost hear it.
Yeah,
Both boots.
yeah. Somebody's probably wrote it, but hell, I mean, you can write it again. Maybe.
Jump in both boots.
Yeah,
Not head first, but both boots.
yeah.
All right, sitting at Nashville 4 years. You just went down in and wallowed in it. Just
Yeah,
did it.
I didn't know anybody there. I just drove down there and said, I'm going to see what happens. And ended up meeting a lot of very talented people. Made a lot of good friends. And ended up meeting this guy that had a horse ranch out there. And I started working for him during the day. And so I ended up working on his ranch, staying in the bunkhouse. Had a place to live up there, and so and then I'd go play music at night.
Right.
Tennessee. Yeah, he had his ranch is in Franklin, which is maybe 30 minutes from Nashville. But so that's what I did for about 4 years up there, and come back home, and I did a tour out in Austin. Did a tour out in Arizona, just with people I met in Nashville that called me to come play with them. It's crazy.
That sounds fun.
It was. It's very exciting. I don't know. It's new people. You're seeing new people all the time, and new country. I don't know. It is pretty exciting.
Yeah. So what changed in your brain? I mean, how did you go? I mean, you went from straight up 3-piece, corporate, to just being your own guy on every level. How did that? I mean, that's a pretty big shift.
It's a huge shift.
How did you get through that? I mean, what you say? I guess the music is the thing that pulled you through that.
I would say it.
The good Lord, you said.
I guess what really got me through it was the fact that I was so fed up with what corporate had become, corporate America, and everything was about the dollar.
Yeah.
How many dollars? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Make a good living and all that, but it just wasn't satisfying to me on some level.
On a human level.
Human level, I guess.
It just wasn't doing it for you.
And I was at a place where I had to start over with something. And I just...
you always had music because you've been playing your whole life.
Yeah, it's never gone away. It was still there, and I really didn't consider it at first as a vocation.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, and you're full-time. I mean, you're a full-time musician.
So, yeah, it's just...
and that's, for somebody who's a musician, that's the life, It's the same thing. Barron just left, and he said the same thing. He said that, he knew from the time he was in 3rd grade, and he's been doing it his whole life,
Mm-hmm.
And I've started, and I do it, in a different way, but the music does have an effect. I guess magic. Yeah, I never thought of it as magic, but you know,
It's one word for it.
the fewest words. I'm always about trying to figure out the fewest words. Give me 2 sentences. Sum up your life in 2 sentences. It's not possible. But so you're where you want to be?
Say I am. There's lots of things that I still want to do. There's things like, I want to do some more recording, but, in the whole scheme of things, I'm all right.
Yeah.
I got a show tonight. I got a show tomorrow night. Got some shows next week. I'm good.
Life is good.
I'm happy. Don't take much.
Well, see, that's the key then. There it is. That last
Yeah.
line, it don't take much.
Yeah.
No, you just speak in song choruses and bridges. You just speak it. It don't take much, and that's how you can do it.
That's really what got me started with music, was writing.
You got some songs. I've
Got 'em.
heard some.
Yeah, I got that was really what inspired me more than anything. My uncles tried to started me at guitar on about 10 when I was about 10. I really didn't. When I started writing about 12 or 13, that's really when I wanted to put my words to music.
I got you.
And that's what really pushed me to learn to play guitar.
Could create something of your own.
Yeah. And then when I started playing guitar, I met David Burnham and Kevin Adams and them guys. They had that band, Guitar Writers of Rider, and
Guitar writers.
they needed a rhythm guitar player, so I went down there and tried out. And
Been playing ever since.
yeah,
Yeah, that goes way back.
yeah.
That's old school.
It's old school for sure.
And you still talk to those guys.
We're all good friends.
Yeah. Does Kevin plays? It seems like I see him every now and then.
Yeah, he come out to. I had a show out at the Elegante in Beaumont not too long ago. He showed up and sang with me.
Really?
Statham Blue, yeah.
Man, I hadn't seen him in a long time.
Yeah. Very talented
He
guy.
is. Actually, I had he wrote a song, and it was a good song. And then he came over, he played it, and I did sort of my version of it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was really good. Harmony guitars, it wasn't rock, it was country, but I thought it was a pretty good jam. But I don't think he dug it because he's so traditional country.
He is traditional country, but I've also noticed. I think Kevin's a great writer, but if you ask Kevin, he's always like, "Well, it ain't that good." But I'm like, "No, it is good."
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. And I said, "No, it's a great song." Here we recorded it, and I worked on it for about a month. Man, I was like, "This is."
I tell you what story about Kevin. One of the best songs I've heard that he's written. I've only heard of some of them, but one of the best ones I heard, he wrote and threw it in the garbage, and his buddy went and dug it out of the garbage, and he ended up playing that for his buddy's wedding. Is that good? It was a great song.
Wow, his buddy saved it.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
So
No, So maybe we can jam a song.
yeah,
You feel like?
Yeah.
So just do one of your songs,
we can do that.
and then I'll just pick along with you. I think I've actually jammed one of your songs one time with you. We were somewhere, and I just played along. I don't remember what it was. Here, you stay right there.
All right.
We're just gonna do it right there. But I'll get you this guitar over here. Be different.
Check 1 2 1
Go ahead
2.
and play and sing.
Daddy, he raised me to have a strong back. To always look forward, never looking back. To win a good race, you don't have to be fast. Sometimes to win, boy, you got to be riding last. Come from a small town down Texas way. I got roots in Louisiana, Cajuns to play. Got a little mind of that. Comes back to that. Working was hard, but it made them all strong. never back up, they just keep moving on. Just a little turnaround. Next verse. They lived on about 6 kids and a pie. They never had much, but they lived a good life. Working was hard, made them all strong. They never back up, they just keep moving on.
That's pretty good.
All right.
What is that called?
Daddy raised me.
Daddy raised. You have a strong back, he said. I like that. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a treat. I hope Mr. Cessac, keep going. Play that again. And it'll be my outro. Give it up for Mr. JC. All right. Got a gig tonight. Where are you playing? Bridge City.
Tonight I'll be in Bridge City at low tides.
Low tides. Really? That's used to be high tide.
Yeah.
Low tides. All right, that's fun.
We built. It's right on the Cow Bayou, and then tomorrow night we'll be at Sombreros in Nederland, Texas, from 6 to 9.
6 to 9, 3 hours.
Maybe 10. Depends on how many people.
Depends on what
We
happens.
have shut it down a few times.
Shots. John, I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me, Kelly.
I really appreciate you sharing. I love that song. All right, y'all. Peace out. Thanks for coming. Bye.
Thank you.